can see, it is snowing. I am on my way to physical therapy. It's approximately about 20 minutes after I woke up, it started to snow. And it has yet stopped. You can see that we have some pretty good sized flakes going on here. Yeah. Happy April, everybody. This is Western Washington. Main thing was I wanted to get the snow on a video. It's been a while since I made one. Sorry guys that I haven't put any out. I've been going through some stuff at home. Part of it's got to do with physical pain in my back. Got a bad back. I threw it out a week or so ago. It makes it difficult to get up and move around sometimes. But I've also been having some difficulties with my spouse. I don't want to go into detail because that's the kind of private part. Things are starting to look a little bit better right now. I'm still questioning, where things are going at this moment, but it doesn't seem like it's terrible at this moment. So I'm going to take it in stride as best I can and hope for the best. Come in because most people usually watch me here on in the afternoon. It's pretty early. It is 9 a.m. Pacific time. Well, 10 tips. Look like it's sticking so bad out here. Snow is little tiny flakes. This is kind of what it looked like before it started snowing hardcore in my house, which at this point is probably only about 5, maybe 7 miles away from where I am. I leave early for my appointment because the Hood Canal Bridge is scheduled to close at 9:15. Well, if I left at my regular time, I probably would not make it across the bridge and therefore would be late for my physical therapy appointment. So I'm hoping that they don't close the bridge early and I still get stuck. But I have, at this moment, enough time where I should make it across the bridge before they close it. things I hate about driving on the highway, especially when it's raining or snowing. Big trucks, they always blow shit up on the windshield. Makes it hard to see. Especially if it's raining super hard. Trucks can splash the windshield so bad that you can't see nothing even when your windshield wipers are on high. Hey, hello, how are you doing, whoever just came in? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the thumbs up. As you can see, the snow has kind of dropped off where I'm at now. Probably 8 to 10 miles from my house. My house, I got almost an inch of snow. Well, that shows you just how much difference the weather can be in a short distance. You can still see the snow on my car, so I'm not lying about the snow. How are you guys doing today? I'm on my way to physical therapy. I had to leave almost an hour early because the Canal Bridge is supposed to close about the time I'm supposed to go across it. So, trying to make sure I make it to my appointment without any problems. This guy apparently doesn't know how to drive in the rain. Because that's essentially what the snow has dwindled down to now. It's mostly rain. Doing 50 in a 60 mile an hour zone. Which isn't horribly bad, but it's actually been slowing down the last mile, so we're doing 45 now. I've got cars coming up behind me going, why the hell are you going so slow? Well, I'm going slow because the jerkwad in front of me cannot drive in the rain. Pass him, but I don't want my phone to fall off the dash. Let's go. Hey, I got 3 people in here. Good morning, everybody. You might be tuning in for some snow. Well, the snow kind of dwindled off as I've been driving. About 8 to 10, maybe 11 miles now. It's only 12 to the bridge from my house. So we're not quite to the bridge yet. But at my house, I've got almost an inch of snow. You can kind of see the remnants on my car. Still got snow mixed in with the rain right now. But it's snowing when I left my house, so it's been about 10 minutes ago. How's everybody doing today? If you're wondering how I'm doing, I'm still breathing. Wondering why I haven't been doing videos? It's because I got some stuff going on at home that is taking up a lot of my time. Gotta admit that I have a little bit of depression going on, so I haven't been feeling like doing things I like to do. though things might be turning around, so I'm hopeful that they'll get better. That doesn't take away the worry and wonder in my situation. So I'm going to try to play it by ear. I'm going to try to keep myself from getting overly depressed. Spend a lot of time in church, that helps. But yeah. And this is Hood Canal Bridge. If you've never seen it before, it's a floating bridge. It's one of two that I know of in Washington State. I think the other one is the 520 Bridge over in Seattle. Bridge got wiped out in the late 70s. I was just a little kid. I remember there used to be a ferry across here at one point just after the bridge went out. And there was a hole on this side of the bridge for quite a while. Help pay for the rebuild project. Hey Murphys, how you doing? Hi Casey. Trying to check. Yeah, definitely gonna be careful. Trying to be safe. Are you over on the eastern side there, Murphys? I'm on the western side. I'm west of Seattle on the Olympic Peninsula. My phone is trying to fall down. Tri-Cities, okay. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that before. It's been a while since I've been on, so I don't remember everything. Yeah, I put my phone in the phone holder, except it doesn't allow for the forward camera. Got one of those X-type. New Jersey. Well, thanks for tuning in, KT. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, it's a great place for exes to live. It's like the divorcee capital of Washington State, Fort Townsend. If you live in Fort Townsend, you haven't been divorced, you're probably not from Fort Townsend. Although I've been married to my wife for going on 27 years, and I'm originally from Fort Townsend, so lived in Jefferson County my whole life. Of course, minus the short period I was in the Marine Corps, where I hurt my back. I had a surgery while I was in the Marines. Oh crap. Dropped my phone. We're going uphill, so it doesn't like to sit on my dash. Got a couple of hills between here and Fallsville, so I gotta be careful. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I made it to the Kitsap County side. What's his name? I might know him. Caldwell? Name sounds familiar. I know a couple of Caldwells. Used to hang out with a guy, what was his name? Jeremy? I don't remember. I want to say it started with a J, but I could be wrong. Being the road is wet and it's mostly rainy, I think I'm going to take the back road. Yeah, I'm not sure, Murphys. I'll have to look up my buddy that I know with that name. I did grow up around here and it's quite possible that I know them. Sorry guys, I dropped the phone again. Oh, is that the third time I dropped it? Yeah, I just got it resting up against the windshield on my dash. Because my phone holder does not allow for the front camera. You know what? I wonder. There we go. Get this put in there. That's better. Hands-free. Now you get to watch me drive. Starting to slow down here. I'm officially in Kitsap County. Speed trap. 38. Now that I'm past it, I can speed up. Let's see. So, let's see, last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago now. It's out of Port Angeles. We toured Port Townsend City Hall. We did the courthouse. We did the health department. We did public. Stupid! Yeah, the signal strength sucks through here. Kind of going through a valley with high bank hillsides. So, forgive the intermittent service. Should be coming out to an area where I get some good service here pretty quick. Thanks for sticking around, Murphys. full of snow is washed away from my car now. And I'm almost an hour early for my appointment, so I can sit in the parking lot for probably 45 minutes. But it's better than getting stuck on the other side and not being able to make it. So that's the sacrifice you make when you live on the Olympic Peninsula. You have appointments in Kitsap County. Yeah, go figure. Thanks, JT, for sticking around too. Yeah, I was going through an area that was really bad service. Kind of choppy through there. I'm driving a valley and there's some high hillside on both sides. There's nothing wrong with that, Murphys. There's been a few times that I've been pretty stoned myself. Tell you what, when you deal with pain on a regular basis, you get to know what it's like to self-medicate. I don't get a lot of painkillers from the doctor, so I try to do the best I can with what I got. I am a recovering alcoholic, so I don't drink. I have a tendency to abuse prescription drugs, so I try to minimize what I get from the doctor. Right now I'm on an anti-spasmodic, which helps kind of like a muscle relaxer, but not quite so strong. Almost to my destination. Yep, that's my major medication too, Murphys. Cannabis is like a lifesaver for me. The nice thing about it is I can use different types of different things, like the high CBD cannabis is more of an anti-inflammatory pain type medication. It doesn't really mess with your head too much. And there's a sativa, which is higher in CBD than indica. They kind of give you that euphoric feeling. What they call the heady high. Where you feel pretty normal, but you get kind of a cloud in your head. And indica, they classify the way they describe it as indicouch, which means you get kind of a body high. I use an indica dominant hybrid most of the time. I like the indicas because they help me to relax, a lot like a muscle relaxer would. And yeah. Good to go, KT. Yeah, here in Washington, it's legal for recreational use. I use it medicinally, although I don't have a medicinal card. I let my medicinal card lapse because $200, $250 every year kind of sucks, especially when you can get it recreationally and use it in the same manner. Now the thing about the medicinal card is that it allows you to grow a certain number of plants on your own legally, and you can the amount that you can carry is basically still the same. I think in certain circumstances you can carry a little bit more being a medicinal patient. But I mean, at this point, there's not a lot of benefit of being a medicinal card holder in Washington. You can get some benefits at some of the dispensaries. They'll give you a discount if you have a card. Yeah, I'm in a small area where it's pretty cheap. There's a Better Buds dispensary right around the corner from my house, and I'll go in there a couple times a month sometimes, just to see what the deals are. I've picked up an ounce for $40, $45 multiple times. And I remember back in the day before it became legal, an ounce, regardless. I mean, you can get the dirtiest dirt weed for about $180, $200, whereas the super chronic stuff was right around $320. I knew a guy, so I could get a little bit of a discount, but it was not much cheaper than that for the good stuff. Now I just walk around the corner and ask what they got on sale. I'll usually go in on a day where they have a 25% store-wide sale, and they'll have stuff that's already marked down, and then you get 25% off of that, and so you can pick up an ounce for. Matter of fact, I think 2 weeks ago I picked up 2 ounces for like $60, and so that's like super cheap. Obviously, I couldn't buy 2 ounces at a time because it's illegal. I made 2 trips to the store so that I could get that. I also know a guy. Plug this in. Yeah, I hear you, Murphys. Yeah, I got a neighbor that used to grow at one of my properties, and he'd give me an ounce for $180. He used to do green crack, which is some pretty good stuff. I think it's more on the sativa side. I believe it's a hybrid, but it's a sativa dominant, if I remember right. It's good stuff, but not quite what I was after. My wife is more into the sativa dominant. I actually have my own strain that I haven't stabilized yet. I haven't been able to grow. Well, it's not that I haven't been able to, I just haven't because the prices are so cheap that it's not worthwhile to grow my own. It's more expensive to grow it than it is to go and buy it. Thinking about getting back into it because I enjoyed it. I like going and spending time with my plants. Purple crack. That must be like purple haze and green crack, or maybe purple kush and green crack. Yeah, I grew. Let's see. It's probably been about 5 years ago since I grew. But I grew for about 2 or 3 years. I actually had a medicinal card during that period, so THC gummies. I wouldn't mind trying to make some of those. I've had some in the past. One thing I found with edibles is they don't have the same effect. Um, I can tell when they take effect because my body relaxes, but you don't get the kind of body numbness that you normally get when you're smoking. Of course, a lot of people use the sativa strains for edibles, so um, and it takes a lot longer to take effect. Actually, it's not that hard. The hardest part about it, I think, is making sure that you have your nutrients right when you're ready to flower. If you don't do your nutrients right, you can overstimulate the plant or understimulate the plant, and you can burn it. You can cause it to choke out. You know what's funny, Murph? I had a brownie just after they became legal, and a friend of mine got it from some pot shop over in Seattle, and we split the brownie. And between the two of us, we were just high as you know what. We started giggling about an hour after we ate it, and we just could not stop. Everything was so funny. Okay. There are some good edibles out there. I've made some myself, but most of my strains have been indica dominant, and I I made some brownies one time. We we made brownies with the butter in it, and then we also made some chocolate frosting that we put the butter in, and so it was like double dosed. And I'll tell you what, those were good, strong, and they'll knock your ding dong in the dirt. Well, that's cool. I didn't know SVG or SGB was a grower. I've seen his videos quite a few times. I hear you there, Murph. I actually have the marijuana grower's guide. That's how I learned to do it initially, and then trial and error. Lots of trial and error. I mean, at one point I had 30 plants and ended up having to throw out, a third of them because I got what are those damn things? Spider mites and white flies. The spider mites, they'll decimate a plant. The white flies aren't so bad. They just burrow into your buds, and so your buds end up getting infected with the white flies. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I prefer not to smoke bugs. Um, so there's that. Yeah, I had an awesome crop going, and the damn spider bites just killed them. I mean, just took out my whole crop. Um, they seem to like indica dominant strains most, but they will attack any plant really. Um, I had to hose down my entire greenhouse that year because I had mini roses, and that's actually where they started, was up in the mini roses. And I didn't catch them until after they were already in my plants. And I just fought them and fought them and fought them and fought them, and then, finally I had to throw out my plants because there was almost nothing left. Those damn bugs are nasty. You can get some stuff. Neem oil kind of keeps them at bay, but it won't necessarily stop them. Neem oil is similar to like a soap. Yeah, that's usually how it happens, Murph. Where I'm at, we got a lot of um, trees and brush and stuff, and so just running through the brush and then into the greenhouse, you can transfer them in, no problem. Hey, Anon, how you doing today? Long time no see. Yeah, I don't know how much you've seen in my video so far, but um, I haven't been posting videos because I've got some personal stuff going on at home I'm trying to take care of. I've also been having some back problems. Yeah, pyrethrin is pretty good stuff from what I hear. I haven't used it yet. I've used neem oil. Like I said, it'll keep them at bay, but it doesn't necessarily stop them. I've thought about getting bugs to protect my plants. Like I know ladybugs eat aphids and spider mites. Um, Mantis will eat aphids and spider mites. So those are a couple that I've thought about doing. I haven't tried it yet, but I haven't grown in 4 or 5 years now. But I'm thinking about getting back into it. I miss it. I enjoyed trimming my plants and waiting for the buds to form. I had some flowers on one strain that were just beautiful. They had these pink and white hairs on them. I've got some pictures hidden away somewhere on one of my computers, but they were just beautiful. The most beautiful flowers I'd ever seen. And come to think of it, I don't even remember which strain it was. I've grown several strains. I've had AK-47, I've had Afghani, I've had G13, LSD, Juicy Fruit. I've grown UW. I've grown White Widow. White Widow is by far my favorite, although it's probably one of the hardest to grow that I've had. It's very, very finicky. If your temperature isn't right, it doesn't grow well. If your light isn't just right, it'll go back into veg. Yeah, White Widow is definitely a tough one to grow. I've had plants decimated by rodents. Somehow they got into my greenhouse one year and ate all of my starts. I was so pissed because I had a seed tray that I was doing starts in, and I had probably 10 or 12 starts, and some of them were pretty rare seeds that I had got from a buddy of mine, and they were about maybe 2 inches tall, just starting to form their cannabis leaves, and some rodent got into my greenhouse and ate them all. How well did that work, KT? How well did your the ladybugs go? I'm kind of curious. I know you're in New Jersey, right? That's similar area as I am over in Washington. I think you might be a little bit north of where I am. But if ladybugs work good over there, I might try them here. I'm going to turn the camera away for a minute because I'm going to do some medication. Prefer not to be on camera when I'm medicating. Alternate with my vape so that people think that I'm vaping rather than what I'm doing. What were you growing? Just a regular like veggie garden or something? I grow tomatoes too, so I know sometimes aphids will get into the tomatoes and just eat them alive. If you had any problems with hornworm over there, I don't know if you grow tomatoes. I haven't had too much problem here with hornworm, but occasionally they pop up. Okay. Yeah, annuals and perennials are fun too. Like I mentioned earlier, I have roses. I keep roses. I like roses. Yeah, I've had problems with aphids in broccoli and Brussels sprouts before too. That's probably the best option there, KT, is to grow them inside. They seem to do better. The lady that I used to work for many years ago kept hers in the greenhouse, and they kept clear into November. I was surprised. Hey, Mr. Bean, long time no see, buddy. Sorry I haven't been out and about on the YouTube verse. I've been going through some stuff at home, so I've been dealing with a little bit of depression, and you know how that goes. You don't feel like doing shit. Yeah, right. Definitely not gonna eat roses. Thanks, Mr. Bean. Definitely like and share. Sorry, I had a little bit of a coughing problem there. Yeah. Just so you know, Mr. Bean, I am a medicinal user, so I do not smoke like many other users I know. So I'm a bit of a lightweight when it comes to that. I just use just enough to get me where I feel better, and that's it. I am not one to overdo it. I have problems with addictive personality, so I try not to do too much. Yeah. Yeah, I use a bowl too, KT. I'll do joints once in a while. Blunts are a little bit too big. I only get a couple of puffs off of those and I have to put them out, so it's almost like a waste. Same with the joint, but I don't mind putting the joint out. But a bowl seems to work the best. I take a couple of hits and I'm done. Throw it in my little stash tray and come back to it later. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, back in the day when I was a young man, although I'm probably still a young man to some of you guys, like we used to do blunts and splits and bong rips. Oh my goodness. This friend of mine had a 3-foot graphics bong. It had one of those monster bowls on it. I could never finish it. I always had to hand it off to somebody. So even in my younger days, I was still kind of a lightweight compared to some of my friends. But I never liked being so high that I was non-functional. That sounds good, Murph. You know what I used to do when I was younger is I used to melt the hash into my bowl. I like hash. I just got to be careful how much I use. It can be a little strong sometimes. I think I just like the flavor more than anything. Yep, I've done that before too, KT. We had a gravity bong we called God. It was one of those big 3 or 5 gallon water bottles. And we'd dunk it down into a 5-gallon bucket. We had a bowl, a makeup bowl up on top of the spout. Bob, that's funny. Yeah, one of the things we used to do with like the smaller 1-liter bottles, we'd make a ice hitter for knife hits. I don't know if you know what knife hits are. What we used to do is on the electric stove, the coil, stick a couple of knives underneath the coil and get them nice red hot. And you take a little nugget of cannabis and smash the knives together with the cannabis, and you do that up underneath the cone of the ice heater. I don't doubt that, Murph. I don't doubt that a bit. I'm a 70s baby, so you were hitting it up before I was even born. I can't spell either, Mr. Bean. Spelling was not my forte. What's that on mouse? You had a Gatlin bowl? How does that work? Is it like a multi-bowl little, kind of like a revolver or what? How does that work? I mean, because the Gatling gun's the one you crank and it. wow. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to get off here pretty quick. I'm at my destination, and I got physical therapy here in about 20 minutes. I don't have to get off right this second, but Cheryl, hey Cheryl, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm not getting off quite yet, Mr. Bean, but I'm just giving you guys a warning. I'm gonna have to go soon. I want to thank everybody for coming in. I appreciate all the watch time. Got 54 minutes on the clock. Yeah, I had snow at my house, and I thought I'd film it on my way over here to Paulsbo, which is about 25-30 minutes away. I wasn't sure how far the snow went, how bad it was, so I was probably 5-10 minutes from my house when I started filming. My house, I got almost, or well, when I left, I had almost an inch of snow at my house. You can kind of see, here, I'll take this down. You can see on my hood there's a little chunk of ice next to the windshield wiper. I don't know. I can't see, tell. Right there. That's all that's left of the snow on my car. Yeah, it was a big surprise that we had snow. Because when I got up this morning, it was raining. And I sat down on the couch and was zoning out on my phone. And next thing you know, my wife goes, "I think there's snow in the rain." I was like, "What?" So I turn around and look out the front window. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of snow there. 10 minutes later, she's, "Holy crap! Look at the size of those flakes!" And they were huge. I mean, we had snowflakes coming down like this. So, let's see what time do I got. 44. Okay. So I'm probably going to stay on another 5 minutes, guys. I gotta go in and check in with my physical therapist and get ready to do some stretching and movement exercise. Supposed to be getting a call back from my doctor to see if I can get some more physical therapy. I've been doing this for about a month and a half, almost 2 months, and I've only had a little bit of progress, more flexibility, of course. I'm starting to get to a point where I'm not having quite as much pain, or at least not as frequent anyway. Yeah, we've had several like that, KT, where it'd snow and then it would be gone within a few hours. Wow, Cheryl. Yeah, Crater Lake's up in the mountains though, isn't it? I hear you there, Mouse. When the snow starts falling, it gets cold outside. Excuse me. Yeah, where I'm at in Jefferson County, I'm only about 100 feet above sea level, so we had an inch here excuse me. Well, not necessarily here where I'm at, but at home. So any of you guys that vape out there, I found this new kind. It's by 33. It's called Fireside. It's supposed to be apple fritter and cinnamon. Well, it's definitely got a cinnamon tone to it, and you can kind of taste the apple fritter, but it's more like a tangy sweet, which actually is really good with the cinnamon flavor. I'm thinking I might have found a new favorite. My normal favorite is butterscotch. Can't remember the name of it. I think it's Reserve brand or something like that. Actually, honestly, once you've made the investment of the mod in a tank or two, it's actually quite a bit cheaper than smoking. I was spending over $100 a week when I quit smoking, and right now I'm probably just in vape juice. I'm probably spending 40 or 50 bucks. So, and they have cheaper mods that are just, the cigarette type, where you just have a little tiny tank and the little dinky battery. Those weren't strong enough for me. Even though I've been on low dose. You too, Cheryl. Thanks for stopping in. Wow. It's 50 bucks for a 5-pound bag of tobacco. Thanks, Cheryl. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know what it is here in Washington, but I know it was starting to get expensive. I mean, cigarettes in the regular tailor-made, as they call them, it was about $8 a pack when I quit smoking. It's been almost 2 years now since I've had a cigarette. Well, guys, I appreciate everybody that came in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did. It's time for me to go see my physical therapist. So I will catch you guys another time. I will try to be more present. For those that don't know, I've been having some issues at home, both physically and emotionally, and so I haven't been doing as much as I would like, but I'm starting to come through the other side, I think. As long as things continue to improve at home, I think things will be getting better, and I'll be doing more videos and stuff. I still have, a whole audit that I need to upload. I've just been so blah that I didn't feel like doing it. So at some point, I'll be getting those out, and I'll be doing more videos too. So you guys have a good day, and I'll see you around if I see you. Later.